What's going on, everybody? It's your pal Burrito Johnson coming at you with another useless video of the day. Uh, Part one was iPhone cases. Which ones did you like? Which ones do you have on your case right now? Today, bringing you video games. I've been playing one recently. Well, I beat it a couple of years ago. Replayed it again, or replaying it again, anyways. Skyrim. Everybody that I know played it, and I wanted to talk about the two different versions from PS3 and the 360. I do have a. I am borrowing. I'm actually borrowing a PS3 and this game from a friend. So thinking, there's not going to be any difference, right? They both look the same. The graphics are the same, right? Come on now. I couldn't be further from the truth. The PS3 version is a mess. Even with I got the latest patch, the first time I installed the game and all that stuff, it was glitchy. It was like if the PS3 didn't meet the requirements, didn't even meet like the minimum requirements to run this game. It's like I felt like I was running it on an old computer that just had a shitty graphics card or not enough RAM or something. It was giving me like black graphical glitches and stuff like that. I was like, what? I couldn't find some of the some of the objection marks and stuff. Where I had to get a book or something, and I couldn't get the book because it was a graphical glitch. So I was like, Thankfully, online there's actually a bazillion steps you could take to avoid this situation. But it's stupid little stupid steps that shouldn't even have to be taken. I think one of them is like, try to, turn your autosaves off. This is for the PS3 version. Turn your autosaves off, because the issue is for the PS3 is that every time you save, your file size gets bigger and bigger, meaning that the PS3 has a problem running it. So if the bigger the file size, I guess the file size is only supposed to say the same, the same or something. I don't know how that works. So the way I did it is I didn't clear the save game data. I cleared the save utility data. I cleared that, uninstalled the game, reinstalled everything, even the update as well, and it seemed to improve a lot better. There wasn't more of that black graphical glitch that it was giving me, so it was playable. But still, it was some really bad, buggy parts. Especially I did notice in this one that when I got deeper into one of this big ginormous dungeon that in the middle of the game that took you about an hour and a half to 2 hours to go through, I did notice that it became virtually unplayable. Like it was just lagging, and I just stopped playing it. I'm just like, well, why am I putting myself through this? The only reason I was playing on PS3 because I'm like, you know what, I never played on the system. I wanted to get some trophies. The hell not. I just wanted to see what the experience was, and unfortunately, it wasn't a pleasant one. This one, if you do not own a high-end PC, or a decent computer or whatever, the 360 version is probably your best bet. This one, because it had an exclusive, exclusive with Microsoft. The DLCs came for this first, meaning that all the updates came along with it. So this was the most up-to-date game between the consoles for the 360. The PS3 just barely, for months there, they were left hanging. The PS3 community, they were just left hanging because there was no updates for it. So I was like, well, that sucks for them. Plus, they just barely got their DLCs not too long ago. While the Xbox versions got everything in the updates, and they were able to, I don't know, they added a shitload of fixes, and, so this was my whole game through. I don't think I might have frozen once, and then a couple of glitches here and there. But this was I played over 100 hours on the 360 version. I clocked in about 100 hours and not that many problems. It was an enjoyable experience, but it does suck that you know, pretty much showing you who has the bigger balls here. You know, who has the bigger, you know, hey, we have the most money, whatever. We'll pay you gazillions of dollars for you to give us the exclusives first before you release it to the PS3 and all that other stuff. So 360, you know, this game did come out in late 2011. I know, why am I talking about this almost 2 years later? But I just wanted to, you know, if you're thinking, if for some reason you're on YouTube, you know, looking up Skyrim reviews or whatever, definitely check out the reviews, because they're almost universally, you know, this probably one of my favorite games of all time, definitely top 10. But definitely check out the reviews because they're great. And then, you know, if for some reason you stumble on my video, you know, I'm just giving you the comparisons that if you are a PS3 fanboy or whatever, you're gonna have a rough time playing Skyrim. You're gonna run into some problems. The only reason I know this is because I played this on another PS3 as well, and it was one of the newer PS3s. The PS3 I'm currently using is one of those old school 80 gigs. It was a Metal Gear Solid 4 PS3 bundle or whatever. So I'm using that, and I used it on one of the newer ones, and it's still giving me the problems. So I know a lot of people. I know you you know, your PS3 fanboys out there. Oh, well, it played fine for me. I don't know what you're talking about. I did get a lot of that. I got a lot of backlash on Twitter and all that stuff. Follow me at Burrito Johnson, BURRITO Johnson. Follow me on there if you find me, whatever. I did get a lot of backlash. You're like, what are you talking about, man? You're a 360 fanboy. You're just bashing on it. No, I'm not. I enjoy both systems. You know, I just recently finished Last of Us. Maybe I'll do a video on it soon or whatever. That was a great game. I do, you know, I agree. The 360 probably couldn't handle a game like The Last of Us. Couldn't handle a game like Uncharted or whatever. So they both have their pros and cons. You know, the 360, in my opinion, has the best social. You know, jump on, get with some, you know, one button gets you connected with all your friends or whatever. While the PS3, I think it took me the first time I set up the PS3 to even get on a party to play some Call of Duty. It took me like an hour just to figure out what the heck I had to do, sync my Bluetooth or whatever. That was a pain. Going back to Skyrim. So just to let you know, PS3 version of Skyrim is going to give you some problems. I do recommend the 360 version. It's the most stable of the two consoles. I also want to note that I just, out of curiosity, I installed Skyrim on on this laptop that I have now, which is not a gaming laptop of any kind. I mean, it has a decent integrated graphics card. It's like an HD, I think it's a Radeon, it's an AMD, whatever. It ran fine. It ran Skyrim pretty great on medium. On high, it was a little like you know, but on medium, I was able to actually, that was playable on a medium settings for this you know, this laptop that I have. Is like 4 gigs, dual core. It is a quad core. It's an AMD A6 or whatever. I don't know what the hell that means, but all I know is that this laptop is able to handle Skyrim on medium settings, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas on high. So unintentionally, I bought a gaming laptop that I wasn't even thinking of using for gaming, and I ended up, I think, you know, ran Torchlight 2 pretty great. So I didn't know that. I didn't go into the store thinking I need to buy a you know, PC that's gonna be a little, you know, be able to play some games here or there. I just kind of went there. Oh, okay, it has some good, has a decent amount of RAM, 4 gigs of RAM. I'm able to edit some audio videos maybe. Let's go. And all of a sudden, you know, next thing you know, I'm playing Bastion and stuff like that. You know, that Steam Summer Sales got me. So I'm pretty happy with my purchase. It's a Samsung brand. Never really owned a Samsung before. From what I heard, they're fairly new on the market. I could be wrong. So if you're ever curious out there, if your PC, uh, your laptop, or whatever, can run Skyrim, which I always thought that you had to have like a high-end graphics card, dual, whatever, graphics card to run it. I I guess I was lucky. You do have to dumb down. You got to turn off the shadows and everything to play it, but it's a semi-playable game. I was able to fight a bunch of dragons. Two dragons at once. I've had as many as three dragons try to kill me at once, and on top of that, enemies around me. So it gets kind of crazy, this game. You know, I do agree with that. I don't know how good the autofocus on this is, but game of the year, definitely in 2011 is one of the best games of the year, 10 out of 10. So if you're for some reason in 2013 you're like, should I pick up Skyrim? Yes. It comes with a few warnings, good ones actually. Well, depending on how you look at it, it will consume your life. Guarantee it. If you're a family man, if you have a full-time job that requires all your attention, I do not recommend you picking up Skyrim at all, because it's addicting. It's very addicting. The last time I played, which was about a year ago, once I clocked in 100 hours, I'm like, well, okay, I think it's time to stop, because I clocked in half of that in Oblivion, the Elder Scrolls, the one before it. I clocked in about 50 hours. So I do that. I play once I hit 100 hours in the games, I'm like, you know what? I think it's time for me to kind of just put this game aside for a while until the DLCs come out. Then I'll bring it back and play it. But it's a game. It's a game begging to be explored. It's a massive, massive game. If you're that, it could be played literally however the hell you want it to. You could ignore the main storyline if you want, and just go kill a bunch of people, level up that way, and do whatever you want. But you're going to be missing a lot of cool stuff. You're going to be missing. I think fighting dragons and stuff like that. I don't know if the dragons come out. The dragons do come out, because of the storyline. So you at least want to play the storyline until the dragons appear or whatever, because those are the coolest part of the of the game. It does get repetitive after like the 50th dragon you've fought or whatever, but they drop bones, and the bones that they drop you could actually use to make armor, make kick-ass armor that you could pimp out or whatever. I think my first character was like a warrior, and it's like a duel. He had a big sword, and it sucks. If you create a warrior, make sure you invest a lot of your points when you level up on stamina. Stamina is very important for warriors, because when you're swinging, it's draining your stamina, and if your stamina bar goes, you're done. Especially in the middle of battle, it sucks. But I just wanted to bring you another useless video about Skyrim. Think about it. It's actually not that. It's pretty useful. I should change the title of this. But yeah, so if I had to recommend one, if for those of you like me who don't have a high-end PC, or whatever, and they have both, for some reason have both consoles, you might want to stick with the 360 version, because this is going to be the more stable, and it's going to give you less problems. I know there's a lot of PS3 people out there. Some of my friends just altogether gave up playing Skyrim, because it was literally unplayable, freezing issues. Even with the latest patch that they released, it's still giving them problems, and it sucks. Bethesda, last time I heard, they stopped production on Skyrim. DLCs are done. They're working on their next, I'm hoping, Fallout 4. So I don't know if there's any more fixes. It is a huge world. There's gonna be a lot of bugs. So PS3 people are kind of out of luck right now. Hopefully Bethesda could sit down and be like, all right, well, let's, you know, help these guys out. You know, we helped. We did everything we could with the 360. We took care of these guys. They're set to play 1,000 hours or whatever. Let's start with these guys. Let's not leave them hanging. Come on, Bethesda. You guys are better than that. So that's that. Did you play Skyrim? Are you thinking about playing Skyrim? Or if so, what system? I know for the PC, I wish I had an awesome high-end PC. Hopefully soon, so I could do the user mods. You know, I could Macho Man Randy Savage. I know there's a mod for that where all the dragons are Macho Man or whatever. Like, that's gonna be awesome. So what do you play? What system did you play Skyrim on? Was it 360, PS3? Did you? Everybody has encountered problems. You can't tell me that you hadn't encountered any problems. Everybody I've talked to has encountered problems. So have you encountered problems? Let me know below. Is it here? Is it over there? Let me know below. Also, tell is the PC the from what I hear, the PC version is truly the best version to play, because it's it's the one that has less bugs, and it's the one that has more user-generated content. So let me know below. So that's been another useless video. I hope you enjoy.